So this game is against a team that the Stars, my other team, played in the finals last year. Their abilities totally depend on who shows up tonight, and they didn't have a ton of guys. So a little bit of a spoiler, but people around and to watch the end of this, I'm going to be talking about this chest a little bit because there is something that happens in here that happens because of this chest, and it made me decide what to do going forward with this chest. I've been looking for a new chest to basically wear, and I'm trying to find something that fits everything I kind of want and need. This is very, very close. One thing that happens to it happens in this game, so I'm going to talk about that at the end of this and kind of go over it. I've had people ask me over and over again of what socks I always recommend, and I've been using Cutshield for a while now, and I've had multiple stuff from them. So Cutshield is a company out of Canada that makes cut resistant socks, and these are their Pro Air 6, which means it's an anti-level 6 for cut resistance on here. They also make pretty awesome slash guards and wrist guards. You see them in the NHL a lot. Basically look for this gray material under players' gloves and under their elbow pads, and it's probably Cutshield. This version of it has an Evo shield piece in, so you have slash guard and it's skate cut resistant. This stuff is fantastic and I absolutely love it. I've been using it for a long time. Did a full review of it up there so you can check it out. But I now have a coupon code with Cutshield, so if you want to support the channel, you can check out the link in the description to Cutshield, buy some socks, which I think are honestly one of the better socks on the market. I absolutely love them. They're pretty thin and they are cut resistant and they're not too hot either. And I have no issues with these whatsoever on my custom skates where I need a really thin one. You can see how you can basically see my skin through them, so they are thin on here, and this part doesn't really feel or get that hot compared to some of those Kevlar socks. So I absolutely love this material, so check them out. I always recommend them. Use my coupon code, you get 25% off, and it helps support the channel so I can keep making videos and making more content. Otherwise, if you want to support the channel without buying anything, check out links in the description to Patreon, buy me a coffee. Everything through there comes again back into the channel so I can make more content and doing real reviews.
Y'all ready for this?
So I'm not really going to go over the goals in this one. I'll do it really fast. The first one was a guy on front who puts it far corner. I don't recognize he's a threat ever. I don't even know if he's really there. Pass goes out to him. I just go down and try to cover things. I need to push out and attack that angle. I don't. Or I need to cover the whole bottom net, which I also don't. So I just played this wrong because I didn't know the guy was there. The next one was just kind of a broken play where it's like chop block and then bounces right to another one of their players who shoots it off my teammate and goes in. Not really a lot you can do there, kind of a broken play and everything. So for this chest, so I'm going to do a full review of this, hopefully soon. It takes a while to do this stuff, so we'll see what happens. But on this chest, I have been pretty impressed with it overall. But there's a few things I've noticed on it, and this was one of them. And I'll show the clip again. And I got the dreaded dead arm on this chest, which was weird because it didn't really come off the arm. I don't know where this hit, and I tried to slow-mo this as much as possible to see where it got hit, because it feels like it should have hit this cap right here, which is a pretty solid molded cap, and I think it's GS foam. There's no plastic, it doesn't feel like in there, but it's a pretty solid molded cap, and behind that cap there is a pretty big gap right here of padding, and then there's this piece that is kind of covering between this arm, like the robot arm thing here, and this. So it's basically covering this. It's kind of triple layered, but they're really thin under here. I think it got basically right here, or it got right here, and without anything right here, it just got straight up arm and was like just on the arm itself. And it dead armed me. I had to play after this game as well. I had a back-to-back. Second game was with the Stars. That's why I'm wearing all the Stars stuff. I just took my jersey off, went off to that one. And I couldn't really move my arm for the rest of the game. I could move it, but it was totally numb, and it just felt like it was asleep the whole time, and it felt awful. And that's the dead arm thing, and it happens, and there's gaps. But this is kind of what I'm trying to eliminate on my chest, is basically upper arm stuff specifically, and it's always a hard spot to get. The CCM Pro one, the NHL one that they're coming out with a retail model, has a gap up here as well for me, and I've had like, my arm has been black from it, and it was causing problems when I just did like back to back to back, because I'd get hit once and then I would just keep getting hit over and over again, especially in the RVH. This one is a lot better for that. I've had zero issues with this one in the RVH. This was a kind of a weird shot. I've had this happen like twice with this chest total, and this was one of them. Just a weird shot where I shrug and it kind of goes under the flaps and stuff, but I want to call out stuff like this when it happens. And I understand it's goaltending, and goaltending you're going to get hit and stuff like that, and it's going to happen, which is fine, which is also why I've kept using this and I haven't stopped it. But at the same time, I review gear, and I'm always looking to tinker with stuff and to find the best possible thing I can do, and to see what I can change with things. And this flap just is kind of not great, and this was something that kind of bothered me. Now this one thing isn't what makes me keep searching for stuff. I'm still searching after this chest, and I'm going to talk about that in the full review of why there are a few things with it that I'm not the biggest fan of. There are a lot of things I do really like about it. Like the floaters are amazing and they're really good, and 90% of the arms are absolutely fantastic, and I love them, and I want to put them on any other chest I have, and that would make me very happy. But there are a few things on here that I don't love. And again, I'll jump into all this in the full review, but this is a case of where I'm trying to drill down some things and to kind of change some things and modify some things to make sure stuff like this doesn't happen. Again, this isn't a big deal, but I tinker with stuff, I review stuff, I try to change things to make them slightly better than what they already are. So hopefully you see positive changes in the future. So that was an example of something that I noticed on this, which I wasn't a huge fan of. But overall, the chest is pretty solid.
You're watching HockeyReviews.ca.